everybody, welcome to Bev and Islas walk around Rushwick, slow movie for the film festival. So this is one of the walks that we've been blessed to discover that we didn't even know were around our amazing village, even though we've lived here for 8 years. One of the advantages of lockdown is that we have been exploring all over and discovered lots of different places. It's really beautiful. So there's Isla with her amazing green hair. Jago decided not to come with us today, and I can't say I'm minding the fact that our little chatterbox isn't running along talking about Minecraft and various computer games, which he has done incessantly for weeks now. Anyway, with any luck, we might see our resident village piggy in a minute. He's a lovely Gloucester old spot, and he's often asleep under the tree in his little paddock. But we'll have a look. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit of foraging along the way. Well, not foraging, but certainly identification along the way. So we've got some little wood violets coming up here. Some dead nettle, which up until last week was in flower. Beautiful hedgerows of cow parsley. Absolutely stunning. And just around the corner from here, there is usually a little bit of Jack by the hedge, which is this one here, which is actually a garlic mustard green that you can eat. It's very tasty, got a peppery garlic flavour. There we go, just going over the stile. That's lovely, isn't it? Thank you for that, you inconsiderate person. So we've just gone over the stile. And this is our beautiful orchard. The rain in the last couple of days has brought all the blossom down, but this time last week, this was absolutely full of blossom and beautiful bees. And it's so gorgeous. It is literally one of my favourite places around the village. Very mature old apple trees. And I believe there are also a couple of pear trees down the bottom as well. So I think there's apples up this end and pears down that end. Any sign of our piggy today? He normally lives around here. Is he there? Here he is. Oh, he's just doing some piggy business. Come on. Come say hello. Here he comes. A very friendly fella. Might be female, don't know. Hello, piggy. He's coming to say hello. Hello. Good morning. Actually, I think it's a lady pig. Just spotted the nipples. Good morning. And how are you? Yes, it's nice to see you too. Oh, have you been having a good wallow? Have you been having a good wallow? You're very muddy. Yes, you are. Hello. What you doing? Yes, you say hello. I'm sniffing you. Oh, lovely piggy. What you doing? Scratching. Yo, boo-boo. Hello. Look at that beautiful face. Yes, you're very nice. Yes, I know. I haven't got anything for you today, I'm afraid. No. See you later. And there, that was our lovely piggy. We love to come and visit our piggy. It's very exciting. Oh. A fine crop of nettles there. I made some nettle soup out of a couple of weeks ago. which was delicious. And we've seen green woodpeckers in this orchard before now as well. Hiya! Here's the stunning view of the Malvern Hills over there. Just zoom in a little bit. Absolutely lovely. It's a little cloudier today, but I'm quite happy that it's not quite so hot. I'm going to put it under your favourite tree.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Isla's just doing a little offering to one of the trees. That's one of the reasons for our walk today. There's a little bit of blossom left on this tree, and it's absolutely beautiful. Lovely dandelions. Some of which are starting to seed now. And this field is full of buttercups over there. I don't know if you can see those little streaks of yellow. Absolutely beautiful buttercups. There's a rather nice little wildflower there. I don't actually know that one, so that one's I'll be looking up later. There's a few of those around. And we're just coming down to a little brook now. And this little brook runs all the way down through the farmland and through the village. There's some reeds coming up there, some thistles. So it's all gone a bit thistly and a bit reedy here because the ground is very moist. This is our little brook. And there are sticklebacks in here, which we've spotted before. Haven't seen any tadpoles, but I wonder if that's because it's moving water. There's some new young brambles coming up there. Just got to climb over this stile. You see some fish? Don't know if you can see the little fish in our little brook, but there are a few of them just in the mud. Just doing their fishy things. There's a few irises coming up. And nesting up in this tree here, somewhere in this, actually no, it's that tree there, sorry. There are some buzzards, and when we came past last week, we could hear the chicks clamouring for their food. You know, very scratchy, cawing sound that they were making. If anybody wants to have a go at making dandelion syrup, this is your field. It's absolutely full of beautiful dandelions. The sheep are over there in the next field today. They're sometimes in here. Some horsehair on the brambles, on the barbed wire. We've got these leaves here are going to be some sort of vetch flower, I think. Not sure. Again, I'm a little bit rusty, so I'm going to have to look some of it up. Morning. There's our lovely hills again. And we think that these woods here belong to a little cluster of little hamlet that's just at the bottom of the village called the Rushwick Escapee. And there's a beautiful manor house in the middle of them with some cottages around. There's about 3 or 4 properties on the same sort of site, and we think that these woods are theirs. But the kids have been in and explored. Have a little cheeky bit of trespassing. Okay, hang on a second. We've got another stile to contend with a minute. Just give me a moment. Don't point it at me. Oh, slightly dodgy style. Sorry about that. Okay. So, when you're driving into Rushwick and you're coming up the bypass, this is the field that you can see on your left as you're coming from the Ketch and Powick roundabouts. Traffic's looking very busy. Don't know how many people are still conforming to lockdown. If you can see that tower in the distance there, that is the Powick Mills. Those beautiful houses. So you can join this walk there at the Powick Bridge and come up all the way up to Rushwick on this side of the team, or on the other side of the team you can join it at the bridge and you can walk all the way up to Bransford on the other side of the team before you can cross again. And it is really beautiful. It's a walk that I haven't yet done, but I can tell how nice it must be from this side of the river. You all right, darling?
Yeah.
Good. Stunning, aren't they? I feel like we should do a dandelion clock. Shall we see what time it is, people? 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Don't know what time it is, but it's very beautiful anyway.
I didn't know you can do that. I just thought it was make wishes on them.
Yeah, well, I don't think they really, not a very accurate description of the time, I have to say. Well, this is lovely. Clear as the head. And it's quite nice to have my chilled child with me. We'll pick that up and we'll put it in a bin. When we go home.
Probably shouldn't.
Yeah. Yes, that's a beautiful oak tree. Just have a listen. Oh, I accidentally paused my video and I don't know where I did it. So we're still in the field and we're heading down to the team. Beautiful horse chestnut in flower there. Probably causing lots of people hay fever as we speak. But it's absolutely beautiful. Exotic, or looking almost. You can use the horse chestnut for hair, especially if you're a brunette. It makes your hair very glossy. You can make a tea out of the tree leaves to rinse your hair with. Yeah. It could be useful for Isla when she's no longer a brunette. At the moment she's greeny blue ocean hair. We're almost down to the riverbank now. Some nice cows over the other side of the river. Let's look at these glorious dandelions. So many of them. There's a few nettles here. I need to be a little bit careful as I take you down to have a look at the water. There's a lot of flood damage on the banks at the moment, so they're not looking their best. But there we have the glorious and beautiful team. Looking absolutely delicious, and for somebody who's really missing her swimming pool, could quite happily jump in there today. A little further on there's what's called Horseshoe Bend, and it's a really good place to get in for a swim if you're experienced swimmers. Not for the kids, it's not as safe. If anybody wants to bring little children to have a paddle in the river, I can also show you another spot which is great to get into the team. I'm just going to contemplate this beautiful tree for a moment, these beautiful willows, and then as my battery is dying, I'm going to have to sign off. Thank you for watching.